Yeah, present. Hi, and welcome to Ballmasters Football. Top 6, game week 5. Again, we're already game week 5 already. The games are coming thick and fast. We'll talk about the first team in the top 6, Arsenal. Again, I thought Odegaard was fantastic in that game. I thought he was one of the standout players in that game. I thought he was getting things ticking. I think he ran the show. A captain's performance leader. I thought he's another goal again from Odegaard, so I think he's getting amongst the goals, which I think was a rarity for him last season. So I think he's getting amongst the goals, which is good, and I think we're getting more goals from midfield, so it's only going to benefit Arsenal. So I was very, very pleased with his performance. Jesus, I thought he recovered very well from 0 to hero. Obviously, I don't know what he was thinking about with that defensive error there, mistake. I don't know why he just didn't pass it out. Simple, get the ball up the field and progress it through the thirds. But, you know, he started to dilly-dally with the ball, and, you know, you can't be messing around with someone like that around Mitrovic, who, you know, you could possibly say out-muscled him and scored the goal, which, again, kind of woke us up a little bit, because I think we just kind of turned it on immediately after we scored the equaliser, and I think towards the end we got a great goal from Gabriel. But a couple of questions that I want to ask the viewers. The first one is, this could be to neutral football fans, but just football in general. Saka, do you start him next game, or do you look for maybe starting Vieira possibly, or maybe another option? I just noticed in the past 4 games, he doesn't really seem himself for whatever reason. I quite like Saka. Again, this is not a dig at Saka. You know, I just noticed that he just doesn't really seem himself. I don't know whether he's feeling tired or burnt out already. I don't know, but he just doesn't really seem on it. You know, and I just feel that maybe him being on the bench might you know, be able just to rejuvenate him again, and, you know, wanting him to come off the bench and make an impact, which he definitely will. I just think at the minute where he's starting the game, I just don't really see him having much of an impact since Jesus has come on. But again, I'd like to know your thoughts as well on that. The other one was I liked KT, and Elnany's performances was very good as well. In the absence of Partey and Zinchenko, I think with that, I think it's shown us that we've got enough depth. I don't think it's enough. I still think that we need to strengthen that midfield area, and I feel that we need to add a few more players to that squad till I'm absolutely satisfied with it. So I still feel that they need to add a few more players to that squad. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how Arsenal are going at the minute. Again, winning 2-1 in their last game, so I'm quite happy with how they're going. 12 points in 4 games, very, very well. Being an Arsenal fan, I'll definitely take that. If someone said to me, opening 4 games, 12 points, I'll definitely take that. Move on to the next team in the top 6, Liverpool. For me, again, Fabinho was the difference for them in that midfield. Even though Harvey Elliott was also a star in that midfield as well, I thought Fabinho just really stood out for me. A question to the viewers as well. How good is Harvey Elliott in terms of, do you think that he's going to be a starter for Liverpool, a regular starter? Or do you feel that they are good enough with what they've got? Do they need to sign another midfielder, do you feel, or do you feel that they're just happy with what they've got? So please do let us know what your thoughts are, and if so, what type of midfielder would you want to see at Liverpool as well? But I think Harvey Elliott looks really good. I haven't really seen much of him, but I did notice that he, towards the end of the season, last season, sorry, I thought he'd done really well, and I thought he took his goal very, very well. The other thing as well is that I noticed Mo Salah missed a couple of chances. Now, I know Mo Salah is very clinical in front of goal, but I just thought that some of them chances that he missed on over the weekend, I thought Mo Salah would have been scoring those goals, kind of like 2-3 seasons ago. So I was a bit of a concern of thinking, why is he missing these sort of chances? Because usually that's bread and butter. But again, mind you, next game he ended up scoring a hat trick. So just something that I identified that I thought, okay. Next team, Chelsea. Last result, they won 2-1 against Leicester. Sterling off the mark, 2 goals. I think he'll be an important player for Chelsea come this season. I just think he needs a bit of support up front, possibly. Just someone that he can play off, and someone that can play off him as well. So I think he will do very, very well at Chelsea. I'm really happy for him that he's been able to play regularly, and that he's got off the mark with 2 goals. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how he's getting on. I'm hoping that he doesn't turn up against Arsenal when we play him. But yeah, I really like Sterling. Good little player. The other players, 2 players that I liked for Chelsea in their last game was Reece James and Cucurella, the new signing from Brighton. I thought he'd done really, really well. I thought from the left, he was whipping in lovely crosses into the box, and Reece James as well. And I think to myself, if they had like a target striker in the box that could just put away those crosses, I think Chelsea could really be a force this season. But I think that all depends on the strikers available. I don't know whether Gordon's going to be someone that they could put crosses like that into the box and he's going to be getting on the end of them. So I don't know what type of striker that Chelsea are identifying as the person for them. If you can just put a message in the comments just to find out, let me know, who you feel that Chelsea should be signing as a striker in this transfer window before it shuts. Moving on to the next team, Man City. 4-2 winners against Palace. The concern that I have, and again I would like to know if there's any City viewers watching, your team going down to 2 goals twice now. I'm noticing that quite frequently. If I was a fan and my team, even though they've won and they're conceding 2 goals before they can get going, I think it's a concern, because when you play against any of the teams in the top 6, I very much doubt that you'll be able just to get back so easily, as you did against Palace and as you did against Newcastle. So I think it's a concern. I think Pep's going to want to try and ensure that that's shored up at the back. And I know they might have had some injuries at the back. I know they had Stones there, which usually is hardly there. I know it's Laporte and I think it's Laporte and Diaz, I think it is. So yeah, so again, I would like to know, is that a concern for City fans, or if it's fine, that's what City do, they'll just win the game anyway. But Haaland, hat-trick, very good so far this season. I think he's someone that is settling in quite well. I think he's this type of striker that he looks to me that if he gets a chance, he's going to score it. If he's very clinical. I don't think he's going to miss a chance and then miss 2 chances and score 1. I think if he gets it, he's going to put it away. So I'm quite fearful when Arsenal play City. But I think with Saliba and Gabriel, I think we'll be fine. But again, to the other teams that they play, it could be something else. So yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how he gets on against the top 6 teams as well as the lower level teams in the Premier League. How good was Bernardo Silva, sorry. I thought he was amazing in that game. I thought he deserved to be mentioned as a potential man of the match. I know obviously Haaland with the hat-trick, that just trumps his all his efforts over Bernardo Silva, but I felt nonetheless he was fantastic, and just the thought of them potentially letting him go to Barca or to any other club at this present moment in time is crazy. I think he's a big part player in the City team, and I think especially in how well he done against Newcastle. I think he was the same again against Palace. You know, when the chips are up against you, when the stacks are up against you, he was actually, you know, taking the game by the scruff of the neck and actually getting the goal to make it 2-1, and then from there they were able to, you know, march on and get that win. So I definitely would say, you know, definitely keep hold of Silva. Moving on to Tottenham, you know, they got the job done. Conte's boys got the job done, and I think for me, you know, 10 points in 4 games is quite well for Tottenham. I think obviously the only game that they dropped points was against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, which again for me, most teams hardly get points at Stamford Bridge. They're very good at home, and I think for you to get a point at Stamford Bridge, even though you didn't play that well, for me is an achievement in itself. So yeah, I think they're going about their business very well. I think they're very good at counter-attacking. The speed and the pace that, you know, that they go at with Song, you know, their fullbacks, you know, they're breaking on beyond, and I think they are a problem for any team to defend against their counter-attack. So, you know, I think they will definitely be, when it comes to title race, they will definitely be there. I'll be very surprised if they're not there. I think they will definitely get into the top 4 the way that they're playing at this present moment in time. Even though they're playing not that well, they're able to still get points. So, you know, I'm thinking when it does potentially, when they do hit a bit of form, where they can go. So yeah, so I'm very, very impressed with them. Unfortunately, being an Arsenal fan, that's the worst thing. But again, I'm just being neutral, just being a football fan and just being honest. The question is though, how long will the run last? So again, it could end this evening. Obviously we've got midweek games, so again they could get their first loss, hopefully, but I doubt it. But I think they're on a good track with Conte, and I think he knows what it's about to win the league. He's won the Premier League already with Chelsea, so you know he knows how to win titles as well. So they will definitely be there or thereabouts. The last team is Manchester United. Again, another win, fantastic win for from Ten Hag. Sorry. I think Martinez is he showing or proving his critics wrong by people saying that he's too short to play centre back. I thought he'd done a man of the match performance again. I thought he had one against Manchester United, one against Liverpool, and he's had a one against Southampton. So I'm really, really impressed with how well he's able just to keep his composure. And I have to give a lot of credit to the manager as well for sticking with him at centre back. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how he's getting on at the back. The other player who I'm quite impressed with as well is Sancho. I think after he scored his Liverpool goal, I think he's had that lease of life where he's actually wanting to get on the ball, wanting to, you know, create and try and, you know, work his way into the box to let off a shot. So I'm quite pleased at how he's getting on. It seems like he's starting to really click and turn a corner. So I'm really happy for him. The question now I would like to ask my viewers is, will Casemiro start? So will he start the next game? Because I thought when he came on, I thought he was quite solid in that midfield. So my question to you guys, who thinks he will start? So if you could put in the comment section, thumbs up for Casemiro or thumbs down for Casemiro, who think he's going to start or not. Who will start up front? That's the other question. Obviously, I know Rashford didn't really seem that he was as imposing on the game as he was against Manchester United. Liverpool, sorry. But do they play they give Martial a go? I don't know if he's injured still. But do they give him a run out and see how he gets on? So it's a little bit of a dilemma for Ten Hag at the minute. So let's see what decision he makes with that. But I know I'll give Rashford another go up top. But again, he might have other ideas and may want to try and give Martial a go as well. So yeah, guys, that's all for the top 6 today. Please do, if you like the video, please do like it. Please do subscribe if you're a new viewer, and again, please do look out for our other videos. Take care now. Bye.